What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of the PlayStation 4 Road to Glory. Thank you guys for being here. If you are enjoying this series, drop a thumbs up, it would be much appreciated. We are kicking things straight off with the daily knockout tournament today. If you remember back in the last episode of the PS4 RTG, I mentioned that the way I was going to try and qualify for Weekend League was to just win as many games as possible in the DKT so that I qualified as one of the top 25% of people that didn't win the DKT. Fortunately enough, as you can probably tell by the title of the video, I did win the daily knockout tournament. I don't know if that's fortunate or not, because now it means that I don't have to engage in a weekend of foot champs, but I'm going to give it a shot. I still feel like the team's not quite ready for foot champs. I have got two teams. You'll see them being built throughout this episode a little bit. I've got two okay teams, no exceptional team, no meta players really, no meta team or anything. Just two standard gold teams for cheap players that will get me through some games. I think my aim for this week is legitimately going to be bronze 1 or maybe silver 3. I can't remember exactly what the rewards are, but I definitely feel like just going for 5 or 8 wins might be the maximum. Maybe even 5 wins at bronze 1 might be the maximum, just to get a nice, a nice pack, a nice corn reward. But more importantly, give myself the time to build the team up. There's no point me forcing out 40 games and only winning 8 or 10 or 12 games out of 40 because my team is not really competitive enough. But with that being said, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully the fact that I've not played foot champs before on this account might give me a low elo, so I might get some really easy games to begin with, like I did on my pack only Road to Glory all those months back. The first weekend league for me on that, I think I got literally 18 wins and 4 losses or 5 losses or something. I was like, damn, this is easy. And it's just because you're starting as essentially a brand new player in the game mode, so they're putting you up against the easiest players to find your feet. So hopefully we can bang out some wins quite quickly, quite easily. But this weekend league and next week is not about how much we can win, and I don't care about my record, I don't care about the records of players. It's about grinding to get the coins to improve the squad to be a meta team, a usable meta team. And I don't think we're too far off that at this stage already. I feel like I'm just a couple of days of heavy divisions grinding away from having Butland, Smalling, Bailly, Walker, Shaw, Kante, Idrissa Gueye, Dele Alli's regular card is always a nice card. I feel like I'm quite close to having that sort of thing available. With that being said though, dudes, I did pick out some comments from yesterday or the day before's video. First one is from ER Sab. He says, "Hey Nep, can you please try to develop the PS4 community? Try to convince other YouTubers to switch to PS4, skills like Nick, friends, etc. It would just make it a lot more fun. Keep up the great videos. Love how you went back to PS4. I mean, no. To be honest, it's had nearly 100 thumbs up, so I thought I'd address it. It's not for me to tell another YouTuber how to run their channel or what console to play on. They've got to do what works for them in their career. And could you imagine if I had forced some people to come to PlayStation 4 and it ended up being detrimental to their channel in one way or another? That would be on my shoulders. In terms of developing a PS4 community, there is a huge PS4 community. Especially now with the fact that icons are going to be on both consoles, and consoles are basically going to be the same in terms of content. No Lone Legends, no Legends in general that are going to be exclusive to Xbox. The community in general should no longer be a split console community. It will just be a FIFA community. And I think that's a lot better and a lot more interesting. And I think that opens a door to a lot more viewers to watch videos and a lot more people to just naturally change consoles. I know a lot of people that went to Xbox exclusively for Legends will probably come back to PlayStation 4 now because that's their preferred console of choice, which is exactly what I'm doing. But in terms of trying to convince YouTubers to come to PlayStation, I would like to know first and foremost what you think that would do for the PlayStation 4 community and how you think it would help it. Because I don't know how you think it would change the community in any way, shape or form. Having a YouTuber play on a console doesn't aid or you know, it's not beneficial or detrimental to your community in any way, shape, or form, in my opinion. So I would like to know what you think you would gain out of people coming back to PlayStation 4, because I'm not too sure about that. Next comment from Crafting Squad says, "Hey Nep, loving the series. Had a thought on the icon cards. If there aren't any console exclusives, do you think it's possible to have cross-platform transfer market between PS4, Xbox, and PC?" I don't think so. I don't know for sure. I don't think so, because the cards have different values right now on different consoles because of supply and demand, and that would change if they split those if they combined the consoles. That would change, and that would probably result in less FIFA points being bought, because there are more cards to pick from, which would dramatically reduce the price of players. So, and that's just me thinking off of a whim. I haven't done any like hard research to prove that, or that's not me doing fact checking. That's just like, okay, this seems to be what would probably happen if that happened. So I don't necessarily think it would be a smart thing. On top of that, in terms of FIFA points, the fact that Xbox does have 10% discount on FIFA points and PlayStation doesn't, you would essentially be getting the exact same player for the exact same price, but for a different number of FIFA points, and that is not fair. It's literally just not fair. You know, if I pay £70 for 12,000 FIFA points on Xbox, those players sell for exactly the same as someone on PlayStation who has to pay £80 for 12,000 FIFA points on Xbox. So I don't see it personally. I literally just don't see it. Elliot Bain says, "Does the fact that EA Access is only on Xbox, meaning cheaper points, may change your mind for you to stay on Xbox?" I see this comment a lot. I get tweeted this a lot as well. I'm not playing on Xbox next year. I'm just playing my Road to Glory on PlayStation next year. My Road to Glory and my Draft to Glory will both be on PlayStation, and they will both be on the same account next year. But I will still have an Xbox pay-to-win account. I never intended to just leave Xbox. Obviously, Xbox is useful for me because things like Fatal, if I want to be involved in Fatal, I need the correct console, and I'm going to need players on that. And if I want to do pack openings just for streaming or just for videos, if I want to just spend money to be able to complete SBCs quickly, I don't want to pay the extra money and do that on PlayStation. So I will still have an Xbox account next year, and that will be the account that is primarily on my main YouTube channel. But in terms of the Road to Glory and the Draft to Glory, it's those two things that will be on the PlayStation 4. And who knows? Maybe things will change. You know, that's just where my mind's at right now. And what I try and encourage people to remember is that we still don't know everything that's going to be in FIFA next year. And we don't know how the trends on YouTube are going to take YouTubers and their content next year. You know, there's been so many trends over the years with pink slips and pack openings and wager matches and like the Guess Who style videos and the Draw My Thing style videos, and Road to Glories were in, then Road to Glories were out, and like the content that people crave changes on a whim in YouTube. And it might be the case that next year Road to Glories just aren't the thing. You know, you never know. It just might not be the thing. So it might be a case where what I plan still changes, which is why when people say, what do you plan to do for FIFA 18? Right now, although I have like a general idea, I want to do Draft to Glory because I like that series. I want to do Road to Glory because I love the concept. And I want to have a pay-to-win account so I can make sure I can do all the SBCs as they come out and try those players out and have fun with those players. That aside, I don't really know what I'm going to do for FIFA 18 yet, because we don't know the full extent of what's in FIFA 18. Mason James says, "Your Elgato is still glitchy. It flashes green at certain points. Like so he can see it and possibly change it. Thanks." I know, unfortunately. In fact, in today's video, there's no audio. There's like background music playing. For some reason, I'm talking to Elgato. Their service team, by the way, is fantastic. I'm talking to Elgato right now to resolve my issues. The green screen that flashes every now and then is, although it shouldn't happen, it is my fault. Like when I record for a long period of time, it starts coming in. So if I recorded for like 30 minutes or an hour, you'll never see that in the video. But if I record for like a 3-hour stint, for some reason, the longer the video, the more chance there is of that little green screen flashing. And what's really weird is that it usually happens as I'm about to score or concede a goal, which I find bizarre. Like, how does it know? But yeah, I'm also having problems getting audio going from a PlayStation 4 to the Elgato. It works perfectly with Xbox, and the audio I can still hear through the actual PlayStation controller if I put headphones into it. and I can hear it through my actual TV if I turn the TV, like the TV sound on, but I can't get it through Elgato, which is why there's no sound on today's video. But as I said, the Elgato team are fantastic, and I'm currently talking with them on a daily basis to try and resolve my issues, and hopefully it might just be a case where my hardware is just a bit beat up because I've had it for a long time. The internal one might just, I've moved house once as well, I've moved my PC around a lot. I might have just done some damage to it personally myself, where it needs to, I need to just get a new piece of hardware. But apologies if it bothers you that much. Owen Cowling says, hey Nep, you should go through and complete every profitable SBC. You can then get a really decent and meta team. Yep, that's definitely a smart idea, and definitely something that I plan to do when we get a kind of sizable coin balance. There's no point in me trying to complete SBCs right now with 4,000 or 5,000 coins, because that's not enough really to complete an SBC. Whereas those coins might be better spent on picking up a player to improve one of the squads that I've got going on. And you can see now the 2 squads that we've got right there. But definitely, and this is why I'm caught in two minds right now, because I wouldn't mind having a weekend where I'm just not interested in FUT Champs. I really didn't think I'd qualify for FUT Champs on this account this weekend. I thought brilliant, literally take like a weekend off, just spam some divisions on this account through Weekend League and get myself a nice, nice big upgrade to the teams. But now we're in FUT Champs. Let's have a look at what the FUT Champs rewards are, and where we could like realistically look to get. So oh god, that's not the FUT Champs rewards. FUTWiz, there we go, weekly rewards. So Bronze 3 is 1,000 coins and 2 gold packs, and that's literally just for playing 5 games. So obviously I need to play 5 games just to qualify. Let's assume I can get to Bronze 2 in those 5 games. That's 3,000 coins and 2 premium gold packs. Even that is a big upgrade for this team and this account right now. Bronze 1 is 7,500 coins and a premium gold players pack. That's very good. And then Silver 3 is 10,000 coins, 1 premium gold players pack, and 2 jumbo premium gold packs. I think that might be where we go to, because Silver 2, which is I think 11 wins, 15,000 coins, 1 mega pack, 1 rare gold pack. I think the amount of items that you get from Silver 3 is probably more beneficial at this stage. Maybe not in a week or 2 weeks time, but I think at this stage Silver 3 might be more beneficial. Then of course you start getting up into Silver 1 and Gold 3. I just don't think I have it. I don't think I have the time or the patience to play with this team, because I remember what it was like when I was playing with my pack only Road to Glory account. The team was so hard, and I was just getting so frustrated and so flustered with the fact that the team that I had was just not able to compete at a top level, and I would lose games because I'd have no stamina left by the 60th minute or 70th minute and stuff, and it was just really frustrating. So I definitely don't think I'm going to play much past Bronze 1, Silver 3, Silver 2 level. But if if I can get 5 wins out of the first 8 games, I'll probably push on to 8 wins. If I get 8 wins out of the first 10 games, I'll push on to 11 wins. I'll probably look to play about 15 games over the course of the weekend, and hopefully those 15 games will reward me with semi-decent packs. But not only that, playing those games is obviously going to give me coins as well to improve the squad, which is pretty good. But once we do, let's say we do get to Silver 3, 10,000 coins, a premium gold players pack and 2 jumbo premium gold packs, that will give us the base to be able to sort ourselves to a situation where we can start completing some SBCs, and because I know there are a lot of SBCs that offer really good packs, 25k packs, 35k packs, 45k packs, that you can complete for 6,000 to 8,000 coins. So I'll definitely focus on doing those and getting those packs and building this squad up, and hopefully packing some nice stuff along the way. This is the best week to do it right now because MLS Team of the Season is in packs, so I will try my best to do it this weekend. And through next week. Footballers Central says, use bronzes in your club and play starter cup for fitness. Problem with that, dude, is I just don't have the time. Because of how bad the stamina levels of the players I have is, it would be 1 online game, 1 offline game, and I don't have the time nor the patience for that. As you guys well know, I don't like offline gameplay. It's boring for me. Something that I'm going to have to adjust next year because of the way the new offline thing is there. The squad challenges, squads. Can't remember the specific name of it, but where you play against AI for rewards, I'm obviously going to want to do that. For Road to Glories, that'll be very, very important. But yeah, I basically I hate playing offline, and if there's a reason not to do it, I will not do it. Dara says, hey Nep, Do you notice any difference in the gameplay on the PS4 over the Xbox One? Not really, dude. To be fair though, I've only played about 20 games on the PlayStation, and they've mostly been in either Division 10 or 9 or in a daily knockout tournament. I would say the gameplay for me personally feels exactly the same. One of the things that I like, I'm adjusting obviously to the PlayStation 4 controller again after not using it for like 2 years. One of the things that I like about the PlayStation 4 controller that I didn't like about the Xbox controller is the thumbsticks. The thumbsticks are so much better for doing skill moves effectively and efficiently. And I already feel myself performing better within that area, doing step overs, doing roulettes and doing ball rolls, because they're just so much crisper and cleaner because of the way the control is. So many times on the Xbox controller, I'll do that for a McGeady spin and it will do a step over. Or I'll do that for a McGeady spin and he literally won't do anything. You know what I mean? So, and sometimes I'll hold right on the thumbstick to do a ball roll, and he'll do that kind of thing where they kind of push the ball between the 2 feet and then exit. And on the PlayStation, I don't ever have that problem, because the thumbsticks, first of all, right, like the way they are on your thumbs, it's a perfect angle for your hand. Your thumbs aren't here like spread one up and one down, so it's a bit different. Your thumbs are like in the exact same place on both hands, so it's just much easier to do skill moves. So although the gameplay I would say is quite the same, I think what you'll see from me personally, which will be different, is that I'll start incorporating a lot more skills into my gameplay because it's just so much easier to do. Broad Fawn says, why are you still doing the bronze pack method? You're talking about profit over time when the game is nearly over. The coins you say you're making from it were potential coins, and I feel as though a lot of the potential never did get turned into coins. I completely disagree with that, as you ended up doing bronze upgrades with them. I just personally feel like bronzes aren't as good as they're made out. And that's fine if you personally feel that, dude. Feel free to feel that. The bronze pack method is very, very important to this account. First of all, it gives me unlimited contracts and fitness cards and healing cards that I would previously have to pay for. Second of all, it gives me players that I can either put into the bronze upgrades to silvers to golds, and you saw earlier on I completed Musa because we transferred some of those bronzes that were essentially free into gold players. So Musa cost me nothing at all. I bought like 2 players or 3 players for him. Or I might have even had enough players already. I did have enough players already actually, because I used 2 bronzes as well. But not only that, like right now the Vitesse Arnhem players are 10,000 coins. There's a lot of Vitesse players that are in bronzes, So having a club full of bronze packs could, for a club like this, like if I didn't actually have any Vitesse players, but if I had 3 or 4 Vitesse players, I would have made 30 or 40,000 coins instantly. And that only comes from the bronze pack method. That doesn't come from any other there's no gold pack method or anything like that. And in terms of profit over time, there's still this account's going to go for 5 or 6 weeks. That's a long time still. You know, if I didn't do the bronze pack method, this would be far more difficult. I personally feel like the 5 or 6 weeks, I'll probably make close to a guess maybe 300,000 to 400,000 coins from the bronze pack. So it's nothing to turn your nose up at. You know, I don't think it's necessarily something that I should be like, oh, I don't need bronze pack method. With that being said though, dudes, we qualified for the weekend league. I'm very, very happy that we did. As I said, we're in a good spot. I'll be able to sell those consumables as well. I'll put us up to about 10,000 coins. So I'm going to start building the meta team. I'm going to go and buy the Carl Walker, the Bailly, the Smalling, whoever's at a reasonable price and cheap enough at the time. But this, though, dudes, is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.